we all know we're in transition to green energy. And so we passed the Renewable Energy Act, which stipulates that at least 10% of our energy mix, should come from renewable sources. I'm ashamed to say we are under 3% at the moment. I think 2.71% of our total power production is renewable, and it's mainly in the solar space. Ghana has a comparative advantage to produce solar because we have abundant sunlight. Indeed, if we could export sunlight, we would be one of the richest countries in the world. And so increasing our capacity in solar in terms of, bigger solar power generation, but not only there, but also household solar, mini-grid solar. I mean, there are many options that we could look at. And so refining it to get the optimum is what we are at the moment. We've given licenses to several companies to begin to set up, large-scale solar, 20 megawatts, 50 megawatts, and 100 megawatts, so that we can catch up with at least a 10% power from renewable sources. But I think that the time has come also for us to follow in the footsteps of some of the Scandinavian countries, including Germany, where people can invest in solar on their households and feed any excess into the national grid. We do not yet have the regulation to be able to do that. I have a farm where I've installed solar. I'm producing more solar than I need. The utility have given me a meter that allows me to feed the excess power in. So as a responsible citizen, I did so. And so I'm feeding all the excess solar power into the grid. But they say there's no policy to pay me for the solar. So it's become a charity.
Are you okay with that?
So I have a personal interest to make sure that we're able to be paid for the solar that we put into the grid.
Would you? I mean, you talk about legislation.
I declare my conflict of interest.
Okay, you would declare it. Thank you. Not everybody does that. I appreciate that. You talk about legislation. Is that something that you're actually thinking about longer term?
Yeah, actually, the Ministry of, that's why we call the Ministry of Energy and Green Transition. Yeah, and so we've reset that ministry to have a broader view of energy other than what it was traditionally. And so they're looking at the medium term, the longer term, where we should be at between now and 2040, 2050.
So fossil fuels, though, right now, still a part of your agenda?
Yeah, we're going to gradually eliminate fossil fuels from our power production, like I said. I believe that within the next 4 years, with the kind of investments that are taking place, we should be able to generate 100% on natural gas. And if we put in more solar, then we're going to rely mainly on those two. But in the foreseeable future, for public transportation, especially moving goods and services, heavy trucks, and all that, we're going to have to continue to rely on oil and diesel.
Well, we're run out of time, and we know your time is very precious, so I really appreciate the time with you, Your Excellency GHOne Mahama, President of Ghana. Please, everyone, join me in giving them a
Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you.